A three-time dunk contest champion who's played 6 NBA games just got a multi-year contract, while a former number 2 overall pick got cut 3 days after returning from a career-threatening injury. The Indiana Pacers just made a move that perfectly captures how ruthless and unpredictable the NBA really is. The Pacers are in absolute chaos right now. They made it all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals just last season, pushing the Boston Celtics to the limit before falling short. Everyone expected them to build on that success this year. Instead, they're dealing with an injury crisis that's completely derailed their season before it even got started. Tyrese Halliburton, their all-star point guard and the heart of their offense, is done for the entire season after rupturing his Achilles tendon. That alone would cripple most teams, but the Pacers' problems go way deeper. In a single game against Minnesota, they had 7 players ruled out. 7! Andrew Nembhard, their backup point guard, is sidelined. TJ McConnell, the veteran spark plug off the bench, is out for at least a month with a hamstring issue. Even young prospects like Benedict Mathurin have been in and out of the lineup. The backcourt has been absolutely decimated, and suddenly Indiana went from title contenders to desperately searching for anyone who can handle the ball and create offense. That's where Mac McClung comes in, and his story is honestly wild. This guy was supposed to be a star from day one. Back in high school in Virginia, he was breaking records left and right, including some held by Allen Iverson himself. His highlight tapes were going viral with millions of views, showing this undersized white kid throwing down dunks that defied physics. Everyone thought he'd dominate in college. He committed to Georgetown with huge expectations, but things fell apart quickly. He barely played meaningful minutes, the team struggled, and after 2 years, he transferred to Texas Tech. Even there, he put up decent numbers, but couldn't quite prove he belonged at the next level. When the 2021 draft came around, his name wasn't called. Not in the first round, not in the second round, not at all. But McClung refused to give up. He spent the last 4 years grinding through the G League, bouncing around on 2-way contracts and 10-day deals, always one step away from a real opportunity. And then something unexpected happened. The NBA brought back the dunk contest during All-Star Weekend, and McClung decided to enter. What happened next turned him into a legitimate celebrity. He won in 2023 with a series of insane dunks that reminded people why they used to love the competition. Then he came back in 2024 and did it again, this time jumping clean over Shaquille O'Neal, all 7 feet 1 inch of him. The crowd went absolutely insane. Shaq himself couldn't believe it. McClung became the first back-to-back winner in over a decade. Most people would have stopped there, but not Mac. He entered again in 2025 and pulled off a three-peat, becoming the first person in NBA history to win the dunk contest 3 straight times. He jumped over a car, threw down windmills from distances that seemed impossible, and earned perfect 50s from the judges on multiple attempts. He's more famous now than half the All-Stars in the league, but here's the crazy part. He's played 6 total NBA games in his entire career. 6!
Last season with Orlando, the Magic gave him exactly 10 minutes of playing time across 2 games. 10 minutes! Meanwhile, he was dominating the G League, averaging over 17 points and 4 assists per game, winning MVP honors, proving over and over that he could score at will against professional competition. But NBA teams kept passing on him. Too small, they said. Not a good enough defender, can't run an offense, all the usual excuses. He was set to join the Chicago Bulls G League affiliate this fall, ready for another season of grinding and hoping for a call-up. Then the Pacers' injury situation exploded, and suddenly Mac McClung had a real NBA contract for the first time in his life. Multi-year, guaranteed money, an actual roster spot. But here's where the story gets uncomfortable. To make room for McClung, the Pacers had to cut someone, and that someone was James Wiseman. If you don't remember, Wiseman was the 2nd overall pick in the 2020 draft, taken by the Golden State Warriors right after Anthony Edwards. The Warriors passed on guys like LaMelo Ball, Tyrese Halliburton, and Tyrese Maxey to take Wiseman, betting everything on his size and potential. It was a disaster from the start. He tore his meniscus as a rookie and never found his rhythm. The next season, he missed the entire championship run while the Warriors won the title without him. Golden State eventually gave up and traded him to Detroit, where things didn't improve. The Pistons moved him to Indiana, hoping a change of scenery might help. Then, in the very first game of last season, Wiseman tore his Achilles tendon. He played 5 minutes before going down with one of the most devastating injuries in basketball, the Achilles. The injury that ended careers for guys like Kobe and Dominique Wilkins, the one that takes over a year to recover from properly. Wiseman spent the entire season rehabbing, working his way back, fighting through the pain and doubt. He finally returned this season, playing 20 minutes in 1 game. 20 minutes! He struggled, posted a -15 rating, couldn't find his footing. 3 days later, the Pacers waived him. Just like that. 4 years after being the 2nd pick in the draft, at just 24 years old, James Wiseman is out of the league again, with no clear path back. The Pacers have 4 centers on their roster already, And with all their guard injuries, they needed someone who could actually handle the ball. Wiseman became expendable. The timing is brutal. The guy just came back from an Achilles tear, barely got a chance to shake off the rust, and now he's looking for his 4th team in 5 years. So now, Mac McClung has his shot. Real minutes, real opportunities, a real chance to prove he's more than just a dunk contest legend. The Pacers are desperate for anyone who can create offense and fill minutes in the backcourt. This is the moment he's been grinding toward for 4 years. But the flip side of that dream is James Wiseman's nightmare continuing. A former top pick, watching his career slip away while a viral sensation gets the opportunity he never quite earned. It's the kind of move that shows you exactly how the NBA works. Draft pedigree doesn't matter if you can't stay healthy. Potential means nothing if you can't get on the court. And sometimes, being famous for dunking over Shaq matters more than being 7 feet tall with a max vertical leap. The question now is whether Mac McClung can actually play winning basketball when it counts, or if he'll be exposed as just another undersized guard who looks great in highlights but can't hang in real games. And for Wiseman, the question is whether any team will give him another chance, or if he'll become just another cautionary tale about injuries and unfulfilled potential. The Pacers made their choice. One man's dream just became another man's devastating reality.